Okay, guys. We're gonna go over the contents of my post-op care box slash bag. Originally, I had a box and it had literally everything in it. Now that I have returned to work, half the stuff in that box, literally, has been put into a bag for me to take to and from work so that I can take care of this in between meals because I generally eat once or twice at work every day. So, we're going to go through the bag because the stuff that is still in the box is either doubles of what's in this bag or it's stuff that I ultimately ended up not needing, so I didn't bother putting it in the bag. So, I'm going to set this up here. We're going to try and go through this in 10 minutes or less. So, this here is not necessary, but it's in there. This is my folder from the place I went. I got the stability teeth, and I keep all my paperwork, post-op care paperwork, in here. And I keep it in the bag just in case, at least the first couple days, it was mostly in case I really needed something but had a hard time expressing it. It was so somebody could go through this and see what I was supposed to be doing and try and figure it out themselves. But I keep this in here. This will stay in here until I get my final set, and then this and the financial paperwork will all go in my filing cabinet, and they will stay together. So if I ever have to refer back, it will be in there. Next to that, which is also another optional thing, is this. Since the day of surgery, as I have healed, and I have started thinking of questions that I didn't think to ask before, I keep this notebook in there, and I write the questions as I think of them. That way, the next time I have an appointment, I can pull this out and be like, hey, I forgot. I wanted to ask you blah, 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 blah. Now, I had my post-op appointment last Monday, and most of the questions on here, not all of them, but most of them, are regarding the shape, the fit, the size, the aesthetic of these teeth. All of those questions are either going to be answered or the fixes and adjustments will be made at my next appointment in April. So when they told me that in April they were going to take these out, clean them, like I have a sore down here. One of the questions on here was, what do I do about this sore? They can't take my teeth out until April because the implants are healing. So because of that, most of these questions I was pretty much told will be addressed in April. So in the meantime, keep rinsing with salt water for my little sore, and the rest of these were mostly questions about my finals and how to make them look the way I want. But those two are optional. You don't have to have those in your post-op care bag. I put this in here. This is the gauze they sent me home with, all the extra gauze. It's in there. I ended up not using it after the first hour of being home, but just in case you're one of those people who bleed a little bit more or who feel more comfortable with this in your mouth, keep it in your post-op care bag. You never know when you might need it. Sorry, I'm trying to go fast because we have 10 minutes. Well, no, we've got 7. Next, because I work outside of my home, and I'm not always home, when I eat at work, you obviously have to take care of your teeth. Because until everything heals, you have a high risk of bacterial infection in the mouth. Even though they put me on antibiotics, you still want to be diligent. So, this is my new toothbrush. It is a Gleam toothbrush. I have another one here for at the house because I just, for some reason, adore these. So one is here in my bathroom for at-home use at night and whenever I'm off. But in case I'm not home and I go somewhere to eat, or I'm at work and I eat, and I feel like they need cleaned, toothbrush. And for dental implants, especially if you're not using zirconia, if you've got a hybrid like I'm going to have, like hybrid material, you want soft bristles, very soft. And I didn't want one that rotated and the heads did all that crazy because you don't technically need that. So I just got one that pulsed. I don't know if you can see it. It's just very lightly pulsing. Let me see. Yeah, no, you really can't tell. But you can hear it. So there's my toothbrush. Come with a carrying case. Love it. The next thing, which I haven't taken this today, I should take it now. This is my vitamin D3 spray. I am severely deficient in vitamin D. And I did not find this out until after my daughter was born, and by then that's when the teeth started snapping off. So my PCP told me I needed to be on between 5 and 6,000 IUs of vitamin D a day to make up for the deficit. So this is a sublingual vitamin D spray. The company I actually distribute health and wellness products I sell the products through the company. They distribute this. I took this for 2 weeks, and then I went and had my yearly blood work done. My PCP told me that it wasn't normal yet, But in the 2 weeks of continued use of this, my vitamin D was at the closest to normal it's ever been in the 6 years that I was with my PCP. Because I had that proof from my doctor and my own lab results that this stuff was actually working, this is what I would recommend because it is high in vitamin D if you are low or deficient in it. 8 sprays a day is 5,000 IUs. And this can either go right under the tongue or right on top of the tongue, which is why I liked it initially, because I'm not a big fan of swallowing pills. So if you get something like this, it's just simply let that sit for a minute or two, and then swallow it. Tastes fine. It's not horrible. But that's my vitamin D spray. If you don't have a spray, that's fine. Vitamin D supplements, carry them with you, because this is important for the healing of the bone and the osseointegration. In addition to that, I also bought myself this. Now, this only has 600 IU. So between this and this, I'm only getting 5,600 IUs. My PCP wanted me on between 5 and 6,000. So this kind of helps me fall right in line. But I got this. Oh my gosh, the glare is horrible. Calcium, magnesium, zinc, and vitamin D3. This will also help with bone healing and osseointegration. This is what I've been taking. Now, I don't take this every single day because I don't know if I'm deficient in magnesium, zinc. I'm probably deficient in calcium, but who knows. So because these ones I'm not real sure of, it's 3 supplements a day. I take them every other day. Next, I did not bruise, but if you're unlucky enough to bruise, get yourself some of this bruise gel. Mine is clearly still unopened because I did not need it. I ended up not bruising. I just swelled. But this, a lot of people have sworn by, and I bought it just in case. Next, I'm going to go over both of these. I got this to prevent dry mouth because you don't want dry socket, especially if you got teeth pulled to have this done. But this is just kind of like an extra mouth rinse that I carry around. This is usually what I try to rinse with to get the particles of food out after I've eaten, if I'm not home. If I can't get it loose or whatever, then I'll use this one as well. But this one here, I use for pain. Orajel, alcohol-free, gum pain relief. I also have the Orajel toothache pain relief. That one is red. Where you see all this green, it's actually red. And I also have one that is Orajel mouth sore pain relief. That one is blue. Any one of the 3 will work, but for this specific surgery and the stitches, I do recommend the gum pain one, but any one of the 3 will help with pain relief. And this is a mouthwash. So if I'm in a little bit more pain, if I forgot to take my pain meds on time, this has been a lifesaver in calming the gums down until the pain meds kick back in. Next, I've only had to use this once. It's Kanka, and this is the soft bristle brush Kanka. This was originally made for the pain of canker sores, but like I have that little sore down in the front, and they couldn't take the teeth out to shave that down to prevent that from happening. So in the meantime, if that starts hurting, you just twist up from the bottom here. A little bit of the medication comes out on the bristles, and then you just open up and you wipe it on your gums wherever it's hurting. That's what this is for, pain relief. Next, because you do a lot of drooling on yourself in the first couple days actually, because you have to sleep upright and you drool and your lip dries out, I got 1 Blistex and 1 O'Keefe's chapsticks, lip balms, whatever you want to call them. Helps rehydrate the lips, keeps you from being absolutely miserable. Next, sorry, I'm trying to fly through this, are my prescriptions. So, ibuprofen 600 milligram. This is actually my Chantix, but I put it in here because I don't want to smoke cigarettes. Like, ever since I got these teeth, I'm trying not to do that. So I take my Chantix with me just in case I forget to take it at home. And my amoxicillin. And as you guys already know, my Advil dual action. Okay, so we're just going to throw all that back in. Ugh, sorry. And then I'm going to run out of time. But, you know what? That's fine. I'm going to run out of time. Check back for part 2, and I'll go over the stuff in the other bag real quick. Alright?